Companionship with God. You and I are having that right now, aren't we? Advocacy of a way of knowing God's will, not sanctioned by the church. Too great reliance upon the soul's individual communion with the Holy Spirit. What a great book this is. I haven't even told you what book it is. Yeah, I've told you in other programs. It's entitled Men Who Have Walked with God, and it's written by Sheldon Cheney, and it was published in 1945. And he very thoroughly, folks, goes through the mystics. Lao Tzu, Buddha, Pythagoras, Plato, Plotinus, Socrates. I got Plotinus out of order there. Jesus, John, the one who, he says it's the pseudonym John, and that we really don't know who John is, who wrote the fourth gospel. John and Paul, the apostle. And then into Plotinus, and then into the sweeties, St. Francis, St. Bernard. Well, St. Augustine comes before those. Jacobon, and now I'm reading about him, and then Brother Lawrence, and then William Blake. And I call the library. 3 or 4 libraries, and nobody can tell me the biography of Sheldon Cheney, the man who wrote this book. It comes up another Sheldon Cheney, who was American, was a theorist. This Sheldon Cheney, I believe, is British, because he spells honor, H-O-N-O-U-R, he spells color, C-O-L-O-U-R. He must be British. However, it's published in America in 1945. Do you like this? The more usual methods of attaining spirituality, and how he substituted his own way of worship.
His name together. Oh, worship Christ the Lord. Oh, worship Christ the Lord. And make his name be lifted high forever. King of kings and Lord of lords. King of kings and Lord of lords. Make his name be lifted high forever. Magnify, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Oh, magnify the Lord. Oh, magnify the Lord. And make his name be lifted high forever. King of kings and Lord of lords. Make his name be lifted high forever. Magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Oh, magnify the Lord, and may his name be lifted high forever, and may his name be lifted high forever. Oh, magnify
warranty covered, or press with the remote and delete it. Again, press 1 now to transfer to your agent.
Hi, good evening, honey. This is Joe calling down here in Londoners. Show's pickup tonight. It was a repeat from 1987. Stephen Hewitt was the gentleman who was on. He would have it.
His father, the producer, 60 minutes.
All the way around. It was the background. I wasn't sure what it was first. It looked like Joel was about raceway. That's where it was taken. It was television stuff, and it was very interesting. Very interesting show tonight.
Thank you, Joe.
Color and good background and everything. So, I'm thinking it was probably looked like they put up again 1887. Very interesting topic and everything. Okay, that's about it. So, yeah, have a good night. Thank you.
Amadeus.
This message will be automatically
Here's a
deleted.
huge sore.
14 days. To move to the next message, press pound.
But we are
This is the message
doing
for
well
beginning.
treating it.
Press 1. To save the message, new message number 3 $2 1 2 8 6 5 2 7 6 5. Repeat today
It's Dickson. He loves the jokes. He's telling a joke about Coolidge was very quiet, and two women were going to meet him, and one woman got the other one, but he won't even say 2 words, and the other woman took the bet. She says, I'll bet him $5. So they met Coolidge, and the woman said, bet with her friend that he wouldn't say 2 words, and Coolidge said lost.
Glendora is casting for Pine Bush on a Friday evening at 9:22 p.m. I've been thinking about you. I hope you're well. You probably love my phone number and probably under a pile of meal or something like my phone numbers are. I enjoyed your show Sunday night, and I especially liked the joke about the Bible salesman. I told Bill, and he thought it was funny. And I also liked the After School Glendora show, and I think Jacob is going to be a star. So I'm looking forward to talking to you, and I'm waiting for a good sunny day to call you.
Oh, that's nice.
That's how you were going to come visit you. So I'm looking forward to a Sunday night show. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
I cut it off. I'm sorry.
Glendora is casting from Pine Bush, and it's Friday evening at 9:22 p.m. I've been thinking about you. I hope you're well. You probably lost my phone number. It's probably under a pile of meal or something like my phone numbers are. I enjoyed your show Sunday night, and I especially liked the joke about the Bible salesman. I told Bill, and he thought it was funny. And I also liked the After School Glendora show, and I think Jacob is going to be a star. So I'm looking forward to talking to you, and I'm waiting for a good sunny day to call you and tell you we're going to come and visit you. So
Hooray. I'm
looking forward to a Sunday night show. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Take care, and we love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too.
Delete. End of stage message.
Hi there, folks. It's Glendora. Age doesn't matter to me. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
This is the message from Dora. This is Donna Barrett at Co-Arc returning your call. You may have called me yesterday. I'm not sure. I just got the message today. So you were calling me about children appearing on your show, so I was just calling to get more details so I could refer you to the right person. Give me a call, 672-12
At 3:17 p.m.
Hi, this message is for Glendora. This is Pat Bax from the New York State Smokers Quit line, 716-845-4365. I will try to reach you on the other number that you gave me. Otherwise, if I'm unsuccessful,
What's the matter, honey?
back at the number. Thank you.
To enter password, press.
Folks, I have a joke to play for you, but this new telephone, which is really spectacular, and it does many, many things. It stores numbers. It does so many of these functions. Anyway, I have to work on it. It's a great creation of God, and I've got to become acquainted with it. And it picks up some kind of a radio frequency, I think. But I'm going to play it for you anyway. Well, the Baptist minister would go visit his father during the week, and he said, Farmer John, I haven't seen you in church for a long time. And Farmer John says, well, I'm in the church. I don't have any good clothes, and I don't want to go to church in my farming gear. And the Baptist minister says, oh, we can rather do that. So the next Wednesday, he brings Farmer John his handsome outfit. And comes Sunday, and Farmer John is still not in church. And the Baptist minister says, Farmer John, I'm astounded you were not in church Sunday. And Farmer John says, well, those clothes you gave me were so nice, I thought I could go to the Episcopal church. Oh, Don, I'd like to talk to you more. Yeah. This is Rachel Raccoon. She's been my friend for 3 years. I never see her during the winter. Rachel. Rachel. She likes her frozen dessert. She's already had a vegetarian hot dog, and these are biscuits I baked. And cookies that are cute ears. Rachel, here, look up at us. No, she's concentrating on her dessert. Trying to get her attention. Now, why did God make them with a mask? God has fun designing these beautiful animals. You're beautiful. You're very... Oh, let us see your face before you jump. Let us see your face, please. Please, can we see that great face? Please. Please let me see your face. Please. Please. Please let me see that, that great face. You're a good buddy cat. Yes, you're a very good buddy cat. Hey folks, look at this. Look. I can sit at my desk and talk to you and zoom in and out and record and play back. I called Canan. First of all, I called B&H because I wanted to see if they could improve upon Walmart's price for mini DVDs. You know, there's a regular DVD this size, and then there's a mini DVD. And the advantage would be that you would mail 4 mini DVDs. That would be a half-hour program every week for a whole month. That would cost 42 cents to mail those. Whereas if you take the regular DVD, it's going to cost like $1.68. And when you mail out 360 packages, 65 packages, that would make quite a difference every month, wouldn't it? Let me go over and see if I can get the bar out of the... you do that by pressing auto, manual, and when that light is off, you go, oh yeah, and you push fade, and it takes out the bar. I don't mind the bar, because I figure if you see the bar, you know that I'm here working with you while you're watching. I think it's live TV. I started out in TV 54 years ago when everything was live. So B&H, he was very nice, Mark, but they can't beat the price. And but it was nice that we tried and we found out, right? And then I called, and he gave me the number for Canan. And I called Canan, and Rodney there was very nice. He was in Virginia. And he helped so much. Listen to the phone. That was my new fangled phone. But so I brought in the previous phone, which is also AT&T, and it isn't. And I called the phone company, and they said, "Oh yeah, we had quite a storm last night, thunder and lightning. And have you ever seen this? Over to the east, straight east, right out that window at midnight, there was much lightning, nothing. And there were about 27 of these I watched, these bursts of lightning, and they happened in intervals of about 15 seconds. No thunder. Is it because of the lightning, of course, is so far away, and that the light waves will carry the distance, but the sound waves won't be distance? Is that what it is? Now we can shut this off. I didn't hear you, did you? That's recording. Why did I have to get up and go to the camera to turn it on? Let's see if I can turn it on. Turn it on. No. Anyway, the important thing is this happiness that I have for you and that Brother Lawrence has for you. Brother Lawrence entered a monastery around about 1666 in Paris because he thought that he could atone for his awkwardness and get rid of all of his sins and all the atonement. But he found out that he didn't have to go through all that, and he wrote to the Father Superior, Mother Superior, as a novice. In the beginning, I spent these hours appointed for personal prayer in the effort to turn all my thoughts toward God. This is the thing we ought to do together, you and I, turn all of our thoughts toward God. I then labored to convince myself of the divine existence, though less by means of reason and the deductions of the intellect than by the appeal of faith to the heart. Then I came shortly to the sense of God's nearness and to the knowledge that I wanted only to abide in God's presence. That's the answer. That's what you and I have been looking for. The Count process and the Count purifies was an elementary step. Then Brother Lawrence said, I have quitted all forms of devotion and all set prayers except those to which my position prior obliges me. Now, my only business is to remain in the holy presence of God. Isn't that terrific? Or better, in a habitual, silent, and hidden conversation of my soul with God, a thing of joy and inward rapture, and not to be, let me just go over that again, that was lumping, of my soul with God, a habitual, silent, and hidden conversation of my soul with God, a thing of joy and inward rapture, not to be exposed before others. Any question about that? Now, realization came this morning, even with this, that I wanted so much to be like Brother Lawrence, and I was hoping you would too, because I think this is going to be the ultimate answer to everything. For you, couldn't figure out how I kept my presence with God. I know one way to do it. You look at those leaves out there, you think of how many there are, and how green they are, and how beautiful they are, and the sun comes out, you think of the shadows that the sun makes, and they're so pretty, and you think of God's variety, and then you think of God's multiplicity, how many, His abundance, His affluence, how many of these things He makes, how many leaves. And then you enjoy the aroma that comes from the honeysuckle, billions of little tiny blossoms, and you go up and you smell them close up, and they smell so good, but then they cover the whole neighborhood. And you start thinking about that, God's variety, God's abundance, God's affluence, God's beauty, God's shadows, and that makes you feel the presence of God. At the same time, you wonder about Brother Lawrence talking to God so much. Does God like that? Does God like to hear you talk so much? I don't think so. I think it's a companionship. If you have a companion and you're with somebody that you like, that's companionship. You don't have to talk all the time. But I found out where I could experience the presence of God and have for many years unbeknownst. It's in the Joy Book. The Joy Book. The Joy Book where I write down what has just been done, and I hear what is to be done next. As I told the children in the SS Glendora After School Happy Show, your Joy Book is your email to God. Email. God gets an email. So that was a great discovery. The Joy Book is the presence of God. It is a companion. It is the divine union. What can I do to help you get to this happiness? That's the only reason a chat with Glendora exists, is to make you happy, help you be happy. I can't read enough of this to you. In spite of his independence and self-reliance, once Brother Lawrence had settled into monastic existence, he continued to rely upon the purging and tonic effect of confession. I have no need, he said, of a director to advise me, but I am in need for a confessor. I am schooled to love and follow God in all things. Can't beat that. But I must need a confessor to absolve me. His superiors in the monastery assigned him to the kitchen for his daily periods of labor. He was irked at first, but calling upon his faith, he philosophically acquiesced. And before long he was able to lift himself into the presence among the stoves and the pans as readily as out of doors in nature or in the silence of oratory. Do you see it working for you? That's what I want to know. Is it working for you? With me, my time of labor, said Brother Lawrence, is no longer different from the time of prayer. Amid the clatter and confusion of my kitchen, when numerous people are calling various orders, I hold to God, and with as great tranquility as though I were on my knees at the Blessed Sacrament. In this service, I turn cake that is on the pan before me. When that service is done, I kneel down in submission before Him, God, for it is through His grace that I have work to do. Then I write, happier the King. For me, it is enough that I but pick up a straw from the ground, the love of God. Does it help you? Only want so much more to help you. Folks, guess what was wrong with the phone? Listen, you can do the dial tone now. Guess what it is? This little thing. And the phone repairman, Charlie, said that what happens is that lightning hit this. And I said, well, why didn't I know? He said, oh, it could have happened long ways from here. And so in 10 minutes, he's so smart. He had this all changed. God, are wonderful, the things that you make, the things you design, the things you conceive. Isn't it great? Do you think the computer works now? Well, anyway, now we will go on to telephoning. That was $2 a day, telephoning, and AIMS. AIMS is to expand chat with Glendora. Do you think we should expand chat with Glendora?
To delete the message, press 3. To reply to the message.
Oh!
And at 1:50 p.m., we do not have any 2362. Listen to it.
Isn't that fun? Oh, yeah. The telephone man has been here since that,
14 days. To move to the next message, press pound. End of save messages. To return to the main. To retrieve the message. Save message number 1 from caller 215895200. Today at 12:30 p.m.
I'm actually coming back from DUTV in Philadelphia.
DUTV.
We're not a public access station. We're educational cable, and we will be adding public access in Philadelphia soon. Meanwhile, if you could email me with information about the program that you do produce, I can consider it for air on our channel. I just need some more information. The phone is not really the best way to communicate for me since I'm not on your phone. I'm usually on your computer. So if you could email me at dutv@drexel.edu with information about the program, how long it is, how soon it's expected about, I love it. That would be really helpful. If you don't have an email and you can call back, if you can call back with that information, I'd really appreciate it.
That'd be fun, Brooks.
This message will be automatically deleted in 14 days. To move to the next, save message number 2 from caller 631827300. Today at 12:50.
We'll have to start. 23 hours work, no sleep.
But really, I didn't promise you anything because it didn't work out, as, it normally happens. I'm in a real place as far as work is concerned. Definitely. And days they don't offer me anything, and they don't offer me much. Like the other day, I was working one shift at orders, but it's 6 a.m. I had to get up in the train less than 4 a.m. That's early, around 3 a.m. But anyway, so I worked from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. orders in Manhattan, which is a British television there. And when I was about to leave at 2 o'clock, NBC called me and asked me if I could do a shift over there.
Smart.
Shift for 10 hours. But I was already in the city, so I just walked over there and I worked till 2 o'clock in the morning. So at that point, I was up for 23 hours.
What?
And then there was no training station at that time. So
I thought NBC had a limousine take him home.
So like 5 in the morning. And then I saw the dog, and I couldn't actually fall asleep. So I reached after that, even though I was so tired. And
You said
thank God we're doing AIMS this morning. Hi.
Magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt His name together. Oh, magnify the Lord, and may His name be lifted high forever. Oh, worship Him, oh, worship Christ the Lord with me, and let us exalt His name together. Oh, worship Christ the Lord, and may His name be lifted high forever. King of kings and Lord of lords, King of kings and Lord of lords, may His name be lifted
you come back
Hooray!
to place to me. 61, 18. Should be there by around 2:30, a little later than that, I guess. Thanks. All right, send the traffic. I'll be coming back soon. Bye.
Susan White is called from
Susan Lee White.
doing pretty well. I'm going to the session today and I'm going to New York City tomorrow for do a session cooking classes on a Vila oven. And I'm busy today to take off July 23rd. So anyway, I thought of you and I was in a good mood and
Good.
had a pretty good day.
I want you to be happy.
Doing pretty good. So, I thought I'd talk to you and see how you're going and shows are going. I thought that
2:06 a.m.
That's all right. It's Andy Herzman.
Good.
I'm Dr. Tommy.
Good, good.
And you get touched. So hopefully I'll be able to touch with you by the time I got there. So I need you somewhere.
Yeah, I found my cell phone.
Because I really don't remember exactly where you live. All right. Hope to see you soon.
Well, folks, he did call me. I did find my cell phone. It had been put into the purse to go and have it reloaded with calling time. And he did get here at 2:30, just as he said. And we had the most wonderful time. For 2 hours, he instructed me on the character generator. And we've got all kinds of colors for you. Oh, you're going to love it. These colors are exquisite. And then, what happened next? I wanted to interview him. He took out of his pocket a tiny, tiny camera that was flat and about 4 inches by 2 inches. It's called a flip camera. And he demonstrated it to us. You saw that in the last program. And I interviewed him for an hour about his work at NBC. NBC! How all night long he feeds the NBC television network to cell phones. And then he came in and showed me the pictures that he had taken with his flip camera, television camera. You have to put it in your computer, and it was very easy. And then he taught me a lot about the computer, how to look up information, and how to find a chat with Glendora on the YouTube. What was next? And then he told me how to enter numbers to dial, auto dial, on this new telephone. This one right here. And I think I learned that. But there's other functions I haven't learned. And then I told him about this camera that I'm holding and showing him about 15 functions. He has a camera, but he's never got around to exploring its great diversified abilities. Then what did we do? Oh, then we ordered something to eat. And then he told me about a telephone service that costs $20 a year. Unlimited long distance, unlimited calls, $20 a year. You buy a thing called a Magic Jack. You get it at Radio Shack. So he wanted to go down to Radio Shack and get it, and it's about 8 miles away. But on the way we stopped at the museum because they wanted to see the museum. He's a prime trustee, and he's the one who's going to cablecast a chat with Glendora after I go to heaven. But the track jack, it costs about $5. That included the first year, $20. And then he over here labored. He's so smart. He labored about 2-3 hours. Oh no, he forgot to get the jug of gasoline. And so we went up to Stewart's and got a jug of gasoline for the 1980 Lincoln.